So the next film I got here is going to be a film called Dangerous Animals, and I just watched this today. So this is an Australian film. It's a horror film. It's available for digital streaming and rental right now. If you do want to watch it, this film is directed by Sean Byrne. I think he also did another film, a couple of films that people like pretty much, including The Devil's Candy, and he also did The Loved Ones. And
Okay.
this film has a weird, really crazy premise. A shark obsessed serial killer holds Zephyr, a rebellious surfer, captive on his boat. Racing against time, she must figure out a way to escape before he carries out a ritualistic feeding to the sharks below. So essentially, this guy is a serial killer who kidnaps women, takes him out on his boat. Crazily enough, he also operates a shark sightseeing business. He's one of these guys that you could go and rent the shark cage from if you want to go dive with the sharks. You know what I'm saying? So that is also another way that he, acquires his victims. The opening to this is pretty crazy, man. It involves a young couple, and we see how he gets one of the victims and another victim. Our main character played by Hassie Harrison in this thing. He just abducts her off the street. So the stars in this film are Hassie Harrison. We also got Jai Courtney, who plays Tucker, our serial killer. And it also got Josh Houston, who plays Moses, another character that's tied in with Zephyr in this film. But I guess the biggest thing about this film is it gave me B movie drive-through horror kind of grindhousey vibes, But this film does have a lot of polish to it. I will say that, man. It looks really good. Like the cinematography is great. It's not necessarily a shark movie, even though the sharks are the method of this serial killer. I don't count it because the sharks aren't the villain. It's not like they're trying to evade sharks and the sharks are, they're just this this method that this serial killer chooses to dispose of the sharks. But the best thing about this film to me was the killer. Our Tucker character played by Jai Courtney. I did look up Jai Courtney. He's been in a lot of films over the
Yeah, he was
years.
Captain Boomerang in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, yeah, with small roles like that. I don't think he's headlined anything that I can remember, but he really stood out in this film to me, man. Like this film, I think would be kind of basic and wouldn't have much pop without him playing this killer that's really charismatic, man. Like I don't think I've seen this is probably one of the better bad guys in a film like this that I've seen this year. You know what I'm saying? He really stood out. Like it's really charismatic. Seems to be having a lot of fun with the material of depicting this character. The character himself is just kind of kooky in a way. In a way, you kind of just get absorbed in the scene what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of weird because he's doing some bad things to these people, but somehow it just really sucked me in, man. His charisma watching this, it kind of elevates this. And what's wild is like this film I think he does a better job in this film than the film requires. And I feel like that's a good description of a lot of this film. Like it looks better than it has to for the material, for the budgetary constraints. The cinematography looks real good. When the sharks come up, they look real good on screen, man. It's nuts, man. And then the acting is for the most part is pretty solid, man. There are some quieter moments that with the characters that don't involve this killing stuff, like in the beginning when our main surfer Zephyr meets the other guy, and that's kind of a little cool little romance, and they're getting to know each other and fill each other out. So the film does stop long enough to add that in there, and then it goes on into the back into the madness. But yeah, man, I had a good time watching this, man. It's not something that I'm gonna put super high on my list, but this would be something that maybe I rented along with Carlitos way back in the day. If you're in Blockbuster, you get that one really good
Oh yeah,
film
you
you
just
heard a lot
random
about,
movies. Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you get the little one that's you're taking a risk on, like, all right, this might be fun. And it actually ended up being a bit fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I would, probably remember this months from now, but in the moment of watching it, I was entertained. It's not overly long. I think it's about 98 minutes total runtime. And it has some really good popping moments. There are some
It,
real
it,
good bits in it.
it kind of has the premise of Don't Move. Where you have a serial
Mm.
killer that's pretty much
Hmm.
taking somebody off or somewhat kidnapping them, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, man. I feel like we've
Okay.
seen this film before, but I think interesting that we've seen it in this case where we've got a boat captain that's using his boat and his business as a cover for his killing in this manner. This is definitely an original idea, original twist on an old idea, type of film. But it's out there if you want to see it. And like I said, he's done a couple films in the past that people have enjoyed. So it's the director Sean Burns. So it might be worth checking out for a lot of you. It is distributed by Shudder, so this might be something that comes to Shudder, in a few months. But right now it
Okay.
is available on only on the digital rental format. So it'll probably be something that pops up there down the road. But you can check out the trailer too right now if you want to watch it. But I think it's worth a rental. I don't know if I would go out in my way to own it, but I had a good time.
Knowing, knowing that it's a Shutter original, I mean, it's produced by Shutter,
Mhm.
I can wait a couple months and sit down and
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, and that's the thing about shark films, man. It's a genre that I love when it's done well, but I feel like you've got to go through 25 shark films. And this ain't really a shark film. Like the sharks are there, but some people are looking at it, but it's a genre where you got to watch like 25 films to get one good one. It's just so much schlock and that just really goofy sci-fi film level quality stuff you got to sort through. But if you do want a film, not necessarily a shark movie, but sharks are featured in it, then check it out, man. You might like it.